Investigators in the Delhi's Red Fort blast case have now uncovered a web of connections stretching all the way to Turkey and what looks like a much bigger terror conspiracy. The man behind the wheel of that white Hyundai i20 which exploded outside Red Fort on Monday evening was Dr. Umar Un Nabi, a senior doctor from Falah University. A DNA test has confirmed it. But here's where it gets darker. Dr. Umar was not acting alone. He was part of a Faridabad-based module linked to the terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed, and investigators have found that he had been communicating with a handler in Turkey, codenamed Ukasa. Dr. Umar had even travelled to Ankara and stayed there for 2 weeks. What looked like a trip for a medical conference was in reality a meeting with JEM operatives. Another doctor, Dr. Muzammil Shakil, had travelled with him. Both of them were in touch with this Turkish handler who guided them on how to build a covert network and avoid leaving digital footprints. The conversations started on Telegram and later moved to encrypted apps like Signal and Session. Ukasa, the handler, is believed to have been the brain behind the plan, helping the group prepare for multiple terror attacks across the country. Investigators have also found that this was not just a one-off blast. The chats between the accused show that they were planning at least 6 coordinated attacks, with Delhi being the first target. Why Delhi? Because Jaish-e-Mohammed wanted to send a message that it could strike anywhere in the country. One of the next targets, according to the chats, was the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. The group had even started preparing. They bought 3 cars, including the i20 used in the Delhi blast. The other 2, a red EcoSport and a Maruti Brezza, were meant for future attacks. One of them is still missing. They also purchased over 20 quintals of NPK fertilizer from Gurugram and nearby areas to make explosives. In total, around 20 lakh rupees were collected to fund the operation. During the raids in Faridabad, police seized nearly 3,000 kilograms of explosive materials, ammonium nitrate, potassium chlorate and sulfur. 8 people have been arrested so far. Officers believe the blast outside Red Fort was not part of the original plan. It may have been triggered in panic as the police closed in on the group and began multiple raids. What began as a single explosion is now unfolding into one of the most complex terror investigations in recent years, with links to Pakistan-based JEM, Turkish handlers and a secret cell of radicalized young professionals right here in India. For now, the big question remains: how deep does this network go and how close did they come to pulling off a nationwide series of attacks? One thing is clear: what happened outside the Red Fort wasn't the end. It was just the beginning of a story India is still trying to fully uncover.